Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Associate sponsor, Frederic Constant Geneve.
Hello and welcome to Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 6. I'm Pooja Kamal. We've now reached the midway of this semi-final, and the three teams that are present to the jury today are Team Volantis from NITIE, Team Glory Hunters from IIM Calcutta, and Team Opulence from IIM Lucknow. The challenge for our teams from HUL's ice cream brand Magnum is to create a strategic action and calendar to grow the brand in year 2. Create a growth and plan that is in line with recommendations on the 4 P's: product, promotion, place and price. With that, it's time to meet our first team, Team Volantis. Welcome team, you know what you have to do. You have 3 minutes to make your presentation, and then there is the question and answer session with the jury. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes. All the best. Your time starts now.
Research suggested 53% people say that they do not need a reason to consume ice cream, while pleasure is seen as a reward, clearly showing that ice creams are not perceived as pleasure getaway. Feast Chocobar formed the reference point for Magnum. Variety-seeking behavior exhibited with chocolate ice creams. With premium brands, people seek a collective experience. Value perception is misplaced, with people finding Magnum overpriced despite having a good taste. RTG comprises of taste lovers and experience seekers.
I need my hazelnut brownie-rich Belgian chocolate ice cream now. I'm a taste lover.
All I want to spend is some quality time with friends and family or good food, pleasant music and chit-chat. I'm an experience seeker.
Size of RTG, taste lovers 2.5 million, experience seeker 4.5 million. Barriers to consumption, low availability perception, Magnum not visible or expected at GT stores, inappropriate reference point, high price perception with 91% saying it overpriced. Direct competition with premium ice cream brands, while lateral competition from cafes, self-indulgent avenues like movies, spas and short trips. Magnum found to rate low on variety, experience, rarity and value perception vis-a-vis other premium brands. Our strategy is to bring our mantra, lost in pleasure, to life by showcasing Magnum as a pleasure experience with a chocolate identity in every connect point, thus making the competition with other ice cream players irrelevant. Magnum needs to shift reference point from ice creams to pleasure experiences. Activation strategy divided into 3 phases. Phase 1, reassuring the brand image, where we intend to get customers back, generate enthusiasm and increase trials. Phase 2, strengthening the pleasure perception, where the motive is to generate and evolve the pleasure experience. Phase 3, sustaining and expanding the brand with an objective to keep it fresh and relevant while expanding the reach.
Let me now take you on a pleasure ride with Magnum. Phase 1. Magnum Pleasure Surprises campaign to provide pleasure experiences to the customer in the most unexpected manner. Reward a person as the pleasure seeker of the day with royal treatment or provide an unexpected ultra-premium cab. ATL communication to provide more direct reference to the pleasure experiences instead of current subtle communication. A series of ads showing Kareena comparing Magnum experiences with vacation spending time with Seth. Distribution rarity is important for the premium image of Magnum. Premiumize the general trade stores by countertop vesiculars for display Magnum logo glow boards. Magnum Pleasure Trivia, inspiring Magnum legacy and quality at select stores. Phase 2. Introduce Magnum Pleasure Arenas as experience stores with fully customized Magnum-based offerings at premium locations and late-night hotspots. The arenas to be a go-to destination for chocolate ice cream lovers and pleasure seekers. Run promotions around Magnum Pleasure Weeks with dedicated themes such as Caribbean Week. Emphasize on the 5 senses by variety, aroma, music, and a feel of royalty. Magnum Pleasure Moments at the Instant Photo Frame campaign. Phase 3. Continue to extend and enhance our pleasure arenas and campaign around them. Digital strategy to ensure continued association with the brand. Provide Google Map-enabled store locators. Magnum Pleasure Play, Magnum Pleasure Corner to share Magnum recipes and pleasure stories. Finally, grow the brand by expansion to Tier 1 cities.
So just tell me, maybe I missed it, but what in your solution kind of focuses on this problem of very, very high trials in year 1, but a kind of subdued year 2? What kind of solution in your case focuses on this problem?
It is about the entire journey, pleasurable journey that we take through. In the first phase, as we explained, we are actually reassuring the brand image. We are generating enthusiasm by pleasure surprises. We are actively and directly interacting with the customers. So This will enable to generate some enthusiasm around the brand image of Magnum as pleasure experience. Secondly, we are strengthening the image of Magnum as a pleasure experience through the pleasure arenas that we create, and by offering different varieties and formats. And in the third phase, we are trying to sustain the customers that we have generated, that we have created in the phase 1 and phase 2.
So if you were to add more variety, you feel confident that in year 2, we would, people would not get bored, and, they would come back, or they would start consuming more frequently? Would that be enough?
We are not just adding variety. We are doing a lot of steps. Firstly, we are trying to set pleasure arenas which will directly involve the customers with added enthusiasm, pleasure surprises, photo frames, etc.
Don't go back into your activation.
Okay.
Now, Geetu's question is very simple. If they added 5 more flavors, will it bring back those who got bored and so on and so forth?
Yes, they would bring back. Plus, we are also trying out options like make your own Magnum recipe. Such things will actually involve the customer more.
I would like to say that definitely we need to provide variety as we move forward with the Magnum journey in India. But just by providing variety, we actually cannot say with surety, like you are trying to ask us, that just by adding variety will we be able to say with surety. So it's not the case just that if we increase our portfolio, more and more people will come. But in addition to that, we have to convey, like we said in our communication, is that we have to convey this lost in pleasure. We have to bring it to life to people as a pleasure experience of a brand having a chocolate identity at each and every connect point, be it communication, be it at the point where they're consuming, say it in the form of the arena stores or the experience stores which we are talking about, say it in the form of going ahead in the form of having experience at home in terms of say home delivery or combi packs we can talk about later on. So this pleasure experience need to be delivered.
Okay, you suggested somewhere very fleetingly that you should add SEF to the campaign. Will that increase premiumness or lower premiumness?
It was not just related to SEF. The strategy was to show a series of different advertisements where Kareena, while eating Magnum...
you said SEF.
Yes.
You didn't say anything else.
Yeah,
I only remember SEF.
Basically, in the presentation also, we have mentioned that there will be a series of ads where while consuming Magnum, Kareena would be transported to a world where she actually sees her most pleasurable experiences. One would be spending time with partner, which is one of the instances where a lot of people said that they consume ice cream. As in, they said having ice cream with my partner is one of the most pleasurable experiences that I have. That is one of the ad that we could show. Second is she is going to an exquisite location like Bali for vacation, or having a relaxing spa. So these could be a series of advertisement which would make it more obvious that Magnum is providing a pleasurable experience and not just an ice cream.
Thank you, team. It's time to take a short break. On the other side, 2 more teams make their presentation as the fight to make it to the top 3 continues. Stay tuned.
Associate sponsor, Frederic Constant Geneve.
Welcome back. You're watching Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 6, the 3rd semi-final round. Next up, Team Glory Hunters from IIM Calcutta. Welcome, team. You know the rules. 3 minutes is all you've got. You ready?
Yes.
Your time starts now.
Based on our research and discussions held with the target group, we arrived at the conclusion that most consumers agree that Magnum is indeed a superior ice cream. But they aren't aware what exactly it is that makes it so special and why they should pay a premium for it. For a large number of Indian consumers, a premium ice cream is defined by a decorative sundae in an ice cream parlor. Based on our findings, we split the target segment in the 5 cities into the ones who have tried a Magnum and the ones who haven't. Basically, the trialists and the non-trialists. Among the trialists, based on purchase frequency, we saw 3 segments: the loyalists, the drifters, and the experimentalists. On the other hand, within the non-trialists, we have the price-conscious thrifters, the inertials who basically prefer the ice cream they can get at arm's length, and finally the uninitiated who are unaware of the brand. The loyalists and the drifters are the existing users, whereas the experimentalists and the uninitiated are the prospects and focus of our activation strategy.
Magnum stands for pleasure, rich ingredients and royalty, but the emphasis of the communication in India thus far has been skewed towards enjoying a royal treatment. Our suggestion is to adopt a more cogent approach that encapsulates all the three aforementioned value propositions, a case in point being Milano and dark fantasy chocofills, which have successfully pushed the envelope in the premium biscuits business. Our aim with the activation strategy is to increase top-of-the-mind recall, brand likability, and brand purchase. For this purpose, we have designed the Magnum Year of Pleasure campaign, which would incorporate activations supported by ATL and BTL campaigns. We designed activation strategies to tap into high-density locations of the bullseye target group, namely the Magnum Fiesta at corporate hubs, Magnum Matinee at multiplexes, and Magnum Sky at full-service flights, and addressed each of these on parameters of feasibility and brand performance. This led us to choose the Magnum Fiesta as the initiating activation strategy for the Year of Pleasure, as we can create sufficiently large real estate around the idea and tie everything else with this concept.
The calendar has been designed to grow the brand in year 2 and has been split up into 3 phases, namely the interest, purchase and retention. In the first phase, we suggest replacement of shared quality walls fridges with royal cabinets. The Magnum Fiesta is a carnival in a royal setting with the pleasure bar to create your own Sunday. This would be followed by the launch of Magnum vending machines within the corporate hubs, supplemented by tie-ups with specialty restaurants carrying Magnum Sunday menus. A Pot to Pleasure digital marketing campaign would emphasize the pleasure derived from rich ingredients. TV and print ads would focus aggressively on pleasure. In phase 2, in order to cash upon the impulsive purchase behavior during summer months, we propose the introduction of Magnum cafes and new flavors, supplemented by a royalty program as explained in detail in the presentation. My Magnum Circle for the digital space and heavy outdoor promotions at the key locations would follow in this phase. In phase 3, which would majorly include the festive season, would be used to develop loyalty through gift pleasure this Diwali, Magnum Gem event, social Magnum game along with the festival activation event, namely Share Your Pleasure moment.
When you classified the trialists and the non-trialists, you spoke about loyalists, drifters, then you spoke about the experimentalists. Who are you going after in year 2?
So the activation strategy would be mainly for the prospects, which is the uninitiated and the experimentalists.
So you said that, what you understood from your research was that people did not know, what was special about this product, right? Your entire activation, however, focuses on pleasure. It doesn't really focus on, demystifying or telling people what this product is. So how have you arrived at that? What was your thinking?
So as we've stated in the presentation, we have tried to focus on the triangle, which includes rich ingredients, pleasure and royalty. So currently what we think is that Magnum is just focusing on the royalty part, where they're presenting it as enjoying the royal treatment. So what we plan to do is focus on the rich ingredients part, which we believe actually tells the customer to go and purchase it. So basically deriving pleasure out of the rich ingredients rather than just enjoying the royal treatment, because currently ads focus on giving a royal treatment, which is kind of a materialistic thing. But the Indian consumer, looking at the other premium brands, also got involved into the brand once the focus was on the pleasure part derived from the ingredients which are going into it.
Tell me, you guys had kind of focused. I was looking forward to an idea on Fiesta, and then it got lost in this kind of complexity of 360. So I want to give you an opportunity to talk me a little bit more towards, though I wish you guys had been a bit more focused on.
The activation strategy, which is Magnum Fiesta, is essentially a street carnival within major corporate tech hubs in, so for example, Bangalore has the Embassy Tech Parks, etc. So what we're really focusing on is, and why this particular idea is because there's a very high density of the bullseye target group within these tech parks, and there is volume as well. So this was what really gave this particular idea the edge, and what it is about is you create an entire carnival with a tasting bar where you have Sundays, etc., where people can come on a Friday afternoon post lunch and they can try it out. And to follow this up, this would be backed with, so to create sufficient property around the idea, what you'd want to do is establish the vending machines that we spoke about.
Scale, yeah, because I was hoping for more. I thought, if you do one carnival in some part of the city, it's a big country we live in. Yeah. How will this give us scale across the city or across the country?
So there is a multiplier that we spoke about in the ad as well, that is in the presentation as well. The multiplier is how you can actually capture that on reel, and how you can use it on YouTube, etc. So for example,
and what will YouTube consumers find interesting about a carnival?
So what the YouTube
will you watch something on the carnival going on Magnum?
So the point was that we had 3 activation strategy in place, but we chose Fiesta because the turnover is very high, like per person the cost is very high. So how will it give us scale is not showing the whole carnival as a event on YouTube, but basically showing the pleasure bar where a person is coming and tasting the chocolate and reacting to the ingredients and deriving pleasure out of it. So it could be a staged video and showing the carnival, but actually focusing on the pleasure ingredients and as well as royalty.
Thank you, team. Time for another short break. On the other side, the team from IIM Lucknow takes center stage. Stay tuned.
Associate sponsor, Frederic Constant Geneve.
Welcome back. You're watching Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 6, the semi-final round. Next up, Team Opulence from IIM Lucknow. Welcome, team. You know the rules. You've got 3 minutes, so give it your best. Ready? Your time starts now.
Our methodology involved both primary and secondary research. The primary research involved audience screening through exploratory questionnaire, quantitative interview and psychological tests like association techniques and scenario completion. Stratified sampling used. Major drivers of the category are increased disposable income, extended summers, consistent rollout of variants by brands. Our focus was to understand perception and purchase intentions amongst users for Magnum and its competitors and whether the current marketing mix of Magnum is aligned with their expectations. Insights have been divided into competitor and consumer insights. Competitor side. All competitors promise a mix of both tangible and intangible benefits. High-end ice creams are expected to be available at supermarkets and exclusive outlets. Häagen-Dazs has been the most innovative when it comes to usage of places to their advantage without advertising. Häagen-Dazs does extensive research and PR and actively ties up with the high-end restaurants and premium retail points. Consumer side. Consumer wants and needs. 90% consumption of ice cream is on impulse. Excellence in both tangible and intangible benefits drive a consumer to pay premium. Cost. 67% relate premiumness to higher search cost. In age group of 16 to 35, 62.5 prefer paying 55 to 65 for a Magnum. 70% of the planned ice cream purchases are brand loyalty based. Convenience. 84.6% prefer sticks on the go. 40% favor parlors. Communication. Tangible features regarded more important than intangible ones. Apart from the MasterChef stint on TV, other communication channels have been relatively left underutilized.
This leads us to our recommendation. Big idea is to revolve around 90 ml of finest chocolatey pleasure, intense stressing on both tangible and intangible benefits. Consumer wants and needs. Introduction of chocolate tub variants to be able to achieve everyday premium. Encase the flow wraps in a premium cardboard box to facilitate merchandising in supermarkets. Cost. Tackle lapsing or due to high cost by conveying irresistibility of fine Belgian chocolate and pristine vanilla pods. Convenience. Forgo intensive distribution for selected distribution. Ensure availability at premium retail points and posh localities. Impulse cabinets and kiosks at the mall to take on Baskin Robbins. Communication. Gradually move from occasions to weekly premium to everyday premium. Ads should position Magnum as an effect of royalty rather than a cost. Review and recipes by premium bloggers and hugely popular pure sin on food. In direct response marketing, innovative choices for the diners in the form of Magnum scented desserts as chef specials, tie-ups with the best bakeries in the town, customizable Magnum bars with chocolate dips and artisan toppings. Next 3 periods of offline and 2 periods of online promotions. Offline events will have a buzz creation and follow-up. Offline, May-June theme, Pleasure Trail, the story of a vanilla pod and a bean as they come together to become Magnum on a tall wall in a supermarket, pointing to a Magnum stall. December theme, Pleasurable Warmth, make something warm with Magnum competition, hosted by Kunal Kapoor, winners treated to a buffet at Taj. October theme, Pleasure in Vogue, pleasure partner of Indian Fashion Week with testimonials from models. Online, in March, use brand ambassador for the online game, make it a quest for hidden objects, winner to be sent on chocolate ecstasy tours in Mayfair or Belgium. In August, engage fans through minimalistic posters.
It's priced high for intangible reasons, not tangible reasons. So you're trying to bring tangibility when the reason for pricing is intangibility. And plenty of things are priced, at very high prices, your perfumes and so on, for intangible reasons.
Yes.
So by doing this 90 ml kind of chemistry lab kind of proposition, it looks like it's coming from a test tube. You will only, you will tangibilize Magnum, but you will just reduce the price perception of it.
However, you have seen that it's made out of finest chocolate is the thing that we are focusing on. It's not just the tangibility. For example, the thing that you are saying, whether, tangibilizing would maybe bring down its premium or something, that won't happen because Magnum is in the initial stages of its introduction. So people would want to know what Magnum stands for, and only after that you can remove that tangibility and make it just an intangible thing. Because for example, let us take the example.
We say with Belgian chocolate, that's the tangibility.
Yes, but there's not much focus on the Belgian angle.
So whatever
that's different. You're saying we should, because your solution is 90 ml of chocolatey pleasure or something.
Finest chocolatey.
Your finest chocolatey pleasure. That is, that's a different tangibility to Belgian chocolate. If you say do a better job of communicating Belgian chocolate, I hear you. But what you're saying is give up this Belgian chocolate and go to 90 ml of chocolatey pleasure.
Oh no, we're not
saying that.
No. So our point here is that this is one line that we think conveys both the tangible and intangible benefits, and this should be the idea of our promotional campaign, and we have to revolve around it. So as per our research, the intangible benefits are up to the mark, but we have to focus on tangible benefits also when we are communicating Magnum.
I haven't quite understood your final recommendation. Are you saying that we need to be introducing some tubs, and then are we focusing on the current product? Are we going away from the current product and putting it in a tub? So what are you trying to say?
No. Yeah. So we had this. We floated a questionnaire which asked people what they think when they hear the word premium and ice cream. What form of ice cream do they think they were going to get? Most of them said tubs. So we think that, and in South Africa you have released tubs. They have Magnum tubs, and we have went online and checked the reviews of the Magnum tubs, and they fare fairly well. So what we think is that you should have Magnum sticks, of course, because they are an impulse buy. They are something that is impulsive. However, if you introduce tubs, people will buy it more because London Dairy has got tubs, Baskin and Robbins have got tubs, and these are all really highly priced ice creams, and people buy them. When you introduce Magnum tubs, and since the taste of Magnum is so good, people will want to buy that even if they are going to pay a premium.
The idea is,
what will be the differentiation between Magnum and these other brands that you're talking about?
Yeah, so differentiation will be on the base. So other brands do not have stick variants, right? So Magnum will be differentiated on that aspect, but to compete directly with those competitors where they have stocked their merchandise in supermarkets, hypermarts, etc. at premium retail points, where Magnum has to be kept in special freezers for it. So we have suggested that to be an everyday premium brand, so that Magnum can compete with the other competitors.
Why don't we launch Magnum cones also? You think it's a good idea? Why?
So cone is directly associated with Cornetto, and it will be a conflict, right? So you have sticks for Magnum.
Tubs in quality walls also.
No.
Yes, but it is not made out of pure Belgian chocolate. I mean, if
we'll make a cone out of pure Belgian chocolate.
But that will not achieve your objective of everyday premium, right?
Well, in my case, I was a little apprehensive about the reaction of the jury. I'm not sure how well we did on the question answers part, but I hope we did well.
I think one of them took a special liking to me, but I hope that's the case with everyone. I think Neha has something to add.
No, I just wanted to say that the experience was good, and I thought that they were like, I don't know if they would liked it or not, but they were smiling, and so were we. So we were happy at the end.
Okay, so they got stuck on a single point, and we did not expect them to get stuck on that point. They kept on asking the same question again and again, and we kept on answering it, so we don't know.
Next week on Line 6, SP Jain, Jamnalal Bajaj and reigning champions IIM Bangalore take center stage in the semi-final round.
Associate sponsor, Frederic Constant Geneve.
Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.